Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today I've come on to film card 2 in the Snowflake Splendour class in the post, which has already been sent out to folks. So as soon as I get these uploaded, I will be sending the links to those who bought the class. This won't be available to YouTube watchers until to the public until into December, but I'm filming this in November for my November class in the post. So this is card number 2, as I said. This has got a bit of a story attached. So here's a photograph of my sample. Now I used this card to do a mystery stamping night with my team, and it was a bit of a social event, so I had a glass of wine, and so, well, I did a bit of an experiment to see how red wine reacts without ink. Well, you tell me, not very well, I think, is the answer, but I just kept it to see. It's going in the bin after this film, but I just thought you might like a laugh, because do you know what? A wee laugh is good for us, so you can have a laugh at my expense. I don't think I can send this card out to anyone and call myself a card maker. So yeah, I mean, it didn't undo the glue or anything, you know, it all stayed glued. It's a bit bumpy, and the ink has reacted with the wine. As you see, it has run a bit and it's much faded, and that ain't a white background anymore. So anyway, laugh at my expense if you wish. However, I've got all the bits here. What you would get in your pack are 2 card blanks with the flap already cut off, although your instructions are telling you to cut that off. Then you've got layers of balmy blue, enough to make 2 cards. There's small layers and large layers. So I'm just going to put my instructions out of the camera view, but I do have them up while I'm filming, because really I need to check I can follow my own instructions, because if I can't follow them, I can't expect other people to. So what we've got really here is a card base, which is cut. It's actually cut to be a 10-fold card, but then we cut this piece off at 7.4. Well, that's not right, Janice. Oh no, that's not it. That's it. 7.4. I think I might have brought in a piece of card that doesn't go with this kit. Silly me. Anyway, 7.4 by 10.5. So that's just cut off what would be the front of this card base. And then we're going to use these bits for stamping. So I've cut that off, both of them. So it does say cut the front flap of the card at 7.4 centimetres, and that's what that means. You're cutting on almost half of that front flap when you cut your card that way. Then, so these are the bits for stamping on. So we'll just do that first. Now I have stamped with Night of Navy and I've not got it out, so we'll just get that out now. Where are you? So we're using Night of Navy, balmy blue, all in the papers in this pack, all the colours. If you check out the card 1 video, I show you all the cards that are on this. I've just filmed card 1, so I know that I did show all the papers on that. And what I'm looking for now, and I've misplaced, is the stamp I want to use for my sentiment. And it's May Your Season Sparkle. And as you can kind of see on this one, I've put that in the middle, and then I've used some bigger stamps to decorate around. And that's this cluster from the stamp set. The thing with this stamp set is there's an awful lot of stamp sets in it, so the images are at about 70%. So you really need to look in and see that your stamps are really quite big. So the picture is one of those where the picture is quite a bit smaller. So this is the one that I'm using. And I'm going to stamp just using one colour of ink again. Keeping it simple, but I think effective. So I will stamp both pieces for the cards at the same time, because that saves. Again, like the last card one, this would be another good one to batch make. So you can make a lot at the time. So what I've done is I have cut myself a kit the same as I send out to everybody else. So and everyone gets enough to make 2 of each project. So that's why I'm just taking this out of I make my own up so that I'm using the same as you are. So you need your Night of Navy ink, or equally Pacific Point or Misty Moonlight would work, depending on what colours you have available. And these are just beautiful stamps. May your seasons sparkle, that's what I want to use on this as well. So that's the stamp on there. And then I'm just going to take the clusters, very much the same idea as I used on card 1, is put your sentiment on your piece and then stamp. There's a lot more room on this one, so again, if you choose, well, maybe on the neck, we'll use this one for this one, and then maybe on the other one I'll change the stamps up just to show you a different effect. I like the monochrome look. If you don't, you can use colours. You don't have to copy what I do. My ideas are really just to spark off your own creativity. Quite happy for you to put your own spin on it. There's that one. And then what I do is you can scrape that in, or you can just dab it in. Don't pull it through though, because you will tear the foam pad. And just dab it in, just for definition. Okay. This one I think will change up the stamps. We'll take that one off there, and we'll get some of the. That'll take a bigger block. And I'll use some of the middle one size stamps. Yeah. That one and that one and that one. So I think by the time you've made up the kit, you will have used most of the stamps. I had a go with them all. So again, just going to pop these in and around. They're really quite textured, they're quite nice, and move your block around so that you're not, so you're changing it up each time. Oh my goodness, I've just had tea. And it was frozen cold before tea, and I've just had a Thai red curry, which my lovely husband made. Whoa, it's really made my blood heat up. I think that's probably enough, right? There we go. And then this time what I'll do is I'll show you if it makes a difference, is just to scrape this at an angle through the ink pan. You'll pick up a bit more ink. It gives it a slightly different border. So again, you just choose the look that you like. That's maybe not got quite. It just defines it, but just slightly different each time. Close that up, and then it really, we've got these, I've cut these from the Balmy Blue glitter or glimmer paper, I can't remember, it's one of the two, it's either called glitter or glimmer, but it is in the August to December catalogue. I'm just going to poke out the wee bits that have not come out completely. There we go. And they'll be used for decorating. And then this one. There we go. Alright then, so we need to take the larger of the two layers. So these are 7.8 by 10.9 centimetres. So I did have, yeah. And since I did the last film, I have found my silicone sheets. They're a bit mucky looking because I've been using, see how that just gets that started right away? I've been using white ink on there. Oh my, come on. Stop being silly. That's it. And I was supposed to put that on here, wasn't I? Not on. Oh dear Janice. Just make sure it's at right angles. There you go, that's that bit. Let's do it the right way this time, Janice. I always put it, the adhesive on the bit that's actually being stuck down, and then you know you won't be too close. I think that might have a bit of sticky at the side there, but we can live with that. And again, just oops, come on, pop that straight. So that's those two bits ready. That's your toppers really. I'll put the embellishments on at the end, and then we've got the two smaller pieces of balmy blue, which are 6.6 centimetres by 9.7 centimetres. You will, by the time this goes out to the public, you will find this on my blog. The measurements will be there if you want to do this style of card. So again, just putting this onto the smaller piece. Just try and make sure it's straight. It's always hard to decide which side of the paper. It just seems to be sometimes not pressing hard enough, I think. That's it. Trial and error. Some days I feel like I'm error. Error. Right, so that's those bits. And then we need to bring our card blanks in and pop these. Now I'm going to put the glue on this bit. Now just put a new one in, so it's not needing a new one, it's just being silly. I think I've now got two bits on one side, but you get my drift. Now this is to line up that way, that's it. Whew! That one's a wee bit shorter, but that doesn't matter because that's going to fold over. And is that right? No, that one's going with that one. This one's going with this one. This goes on the front flap, the little one. And we'll get the other card up to the same speed. So if you were doing a batch, you would just go through, and I must have cut, I've cut this one a wee bit long and the other one a bit short. I wasn't have been paying attention. I think that's okay though. Right. Oh, I don't know who told me I could make cards. So the minute I switch a camera on. So again, you want to line that up. Just make sure it's going to go straight. If you have any overhang, you can trim it off. And then let's pop this one on. I always say if you're making one card, you might as well make a few. There is a problem. This card blank has been cut incorrectly. No, that's not good, is it? That is where I got that large flap. Look, at that one has been cut incorrectly. So what we'll do is we'll cut another piece of designer series paper. We'll stick this on first. Trying to be clever, am I? Not as clever as I look, obviously. Right, let's just get another piece of designer series paper. Is that one going to be? Yeah. Get my trimmer out. So your designer series paper for the inside, as per your instructions, needs to be 10.5 wide by 14.8. Ah, there's where I made a mistake. I nearly cut that one short as well. Right, 14.8. Nobody's infallible, especially not me. Again, just line that up along with the edge and just kind of make sure it's going to run along your card at right angles. And there you go. That feels better. And then we're going to pop that in there. So I just need some glue on this side, not even halfway, but we'll put a fair bit on so that it will hold. Just kind of make sure it's about the middle. And make sure it's nice and straight so it needs to be pleasing to the eye. That's not too bad at all. And again, this one, you want the glue here. Just try to aim it middle and straight, and that's that. And then we just need to embellish this with some nice sparkly snowflakes. There's one of each size for each card, and we'll use a glue dot. Oops. Pressure that onto the glue dot. There you go. In the middle, onto the glue dot. And just pop it wherever you want it to be. Just extra snowflakes on your medley of snowflakes. And then our beautiful blue faceted gems, I think that's what they're called. Blue adhesive back gems. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And we'll just use, I think I've used all my little balmy blue ones on this pack, but let's just use this pack up before we go. Well, that's not going to work, Janice. I don't know where my wee spatula end is, but these go, the balmy blue ones look really nice on the balmy blue paper, glimmer paper. One. And then your other one. And there you go. 2 cards and half a card. Well, what I'll do is just adjust my size in there, and I will finish that off and not waste it. Just been a mistake cutting. I do hope that I haven't made any mistakes cutting on anyone else's card bases. So if I have, then just get in touch and we'll sort that out for you. Anyway, thank you very, very much. Please subscribe, please press the bell icon, please share my videos with anyone that you think might be interested in getting ahead with their Christmas cards, or who just like a new hobby, because there's a long dark winter ahead yet, so a nice hobby that you can do at home. And the good thing is making cards and similar things means you've got something to send out to your friends and bring a bit of cheer to everyone. Anywho, thank you very, very much, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.